Hello everyone, my name is Maya and I am a game developer and a co-founder of Spineless Skeleton. I actually started out as a 3D artist in architecture before I transitioned into environment art and game development.
And I'm Stepan, the other half of Spineless Skeleton. I currently work as a doctor while developing skills needed for developing video games. At first I took on the task of learning how to animate characters, which came about naturally while we were discussing the project we are about to show you, and Maya will tell you more about it. Over the course of a few months, I've also delved into making and editing videos and turning that game development process into content. While currently Maya is the one handling the core parts of the game making, I'm slowly learning the skills needed for both the game development and, well, what you're currently looking at. Without further ado, I will let Maya take the wheel for this one, and I hope you enjoy this retrospective on our very first game.
I want to introduce you all to our first game called Tiny Tides. It's a small, cozy game where you get to relax and explore a tropical island while enjoying the summer vibes. And this is my first finished game, so I am really proud of it. In this video, I would like to talk about the development of Tiny Tides. I want to talk about how it all started, how it went down, what did we learn, and hopefully what we'll do better in future. Tiny Tides actually started out as a portfolio piece and stylized art practice. At the moment, I was working on a lot of realistic assets and I wanted to do something different, something that I like, something that I enjoy. And since it was the middle of the summer, I decided to do a summer theme. I didn't really have a plan for this. I didn't have concept art or any structure. I just looked up a bunch of reference and wanted to do something nice and something freestyle, so I made a little island, started adding trees, started adding different shells, rocks, and eventually ended up with a small sandy island with a lot of palms, which looked pretty cute if you ask me. So I started thinking, usually people create a portfolio piece in a form of image or a video, and I was like, but I want people to see my environment, go inside and look, so maybe I should make like a shell collecting system. It's like whenever I go to the beach, I love to walk around the beach and collect shells. I should put that in. That would like tie in the whole experience. And then I did that. I started making simple mechanic to have player collect shells. It counts how many shells you collected, and that was it. But then as I tested it, as I walked around, the island felt boring, it felt dry. It had like one giant patch of sand, few palm trees, and few very visible shells, and like, where's the fun in that? You can see every shell from where you're standing, so I decided to add a jungle. Because what remote island doesn't have a jungle, so yeah. I got back to the speed tree and created ferns, created monsteras, few more plants, some flowers, and started making a jungle. So after a couple of days I had everything set up and it looked amazing. I was happy, I was proud of it, and I showed it to Stepan. And he was like walking around, looking around, and he said like, yeah, this really feels like a game, but it's empty. I was like, what do you mean empty? There's a lot of things. And he was like, yeah, it looks nice, but you don't have anything to do. And I was like, yeah, you don't have anything to do. Because it's not meant for you to have anything to do. It's my portfolio piece. And it's like, yes, but you should just add a few more things and it would be like a really nice, cozy little game. So yeah, that is how my cozy little environment turned into an actual game. And that was the precise moment when I regretted not having a game design document or a plan. All we had was an environment and shell collecting system. And Stepan kept saying it would be nice to add some wildlife, to add some crabs, maybe some fishes, maybe some dolphins in the background. And I was like, but I'm not a character artist, I can't make characters and I definitely can't animate them. But I really liked the idea and I wanted to challenge myself, so I tried and actually made a crab, and I was proud of that crab because that was my first character art, and felt kind of silly because it's, if I put it in my mind that is not a character as a NPC or a video game character, but rather a piece of environment, then I feel like it's easier for me to make the character art. And I know it doesn't really make sense, but that's how I put it in my mind, and it was easier for me to work. And I would really like to talk about this next part, production part, with some sort of plan or some sort of structure, but it was really just a bunch of let's add this and let's add that somehow came together. The first thing I did is I took my shell mechanic and turned it into the main quest. But when I finished up the mechanics and started testing it, I felt like the island is a bit too big for the quest. So I tried to add more shells, but then it just didn't feel right. It was like cramped and it felt wrong, it felt cheap, so I wanted to do something else. I tried amping up the player movement speed, but that didn't really feel right also because I made an environment for people to relax, chill, and enjoy. And now I had a player that was like running around like something was chasing him, and I didn't like how it felt. But having extra speed was a good thing. So in order to still keep it in the game, I decided to put it like a temporary buff for players. And that really made it feel more like a game and less like just an environment piece. Even so, it still felt a bit empty, so we kept adding different sorts of mechanics and building it more until I could finally say, okay, this now feels like a game. So, yep, I can finally say I'm a game developer now. And I'm really happy how this project turned out. I know it's a simple game, but to me, it's proof that I can do it. It's the proof I can make games. So to sum things up, there is a few things I learned from this project. First and foremost, create a game design document. Have a plan, don't do it blindly. It's gonna save you a lot of trouble. It's gonna save you a lot of backtracking and figuring things out if you just plan ahead a little. It doesn't need to be this huge document with everything. Even pen and paper and few bullet points can save you a lot of trouble, because implementing things backwards and trying to make something work with something that's already there, it's a nightmare. Also, game making process is creative. It can be hard, it can be chaotic, but it's fun. Sometimes it's gonna be hard, sometimes it's gonna be frustrating, but it's fun when you get to see something you've done working. Like you can run, you can shoot, you can jump, you made it. That feeling is amazing. And last and most important thing, I think anyone can do it. If you're somebody who wants to make games, just start small, do something and build from that. I started from an environment and bit by bit it turned into game. I didn't know how to make it. I didn't know how to make characters. I didn't know how to code, but bit by bit I put it together, I learned, and I think you can do it too. Tiny Tides is our first project. It is the proof of concept and the proof we can make games. With that out of the way, I am very happy to say we already started working on something new, and I can't wait to tell you all more about it. Thank you all for watching this video and being the part of this journey. If you like what we do here, please consider subscribing to our channel. If you want access to devlogs and behind the scene content, you can check out our Patreon. Your support truly means the world to us, so I hope to see you in the next one.